Good evening to all the viewers of Banyan Minds who are currently watching us and those who will be watching us a little later. Today we are on the eighth day of Navratri, and this is called the Ashtami. So we are celebrating the bigger day, I mean the second last day of Navratri, and what great joy then, celebrating this with a Durga who has, really created, I can say, a history. She has really created some good records, by her work in her category, and all this after, a 20 years of a long break from being a homemaker. I'm going to introduce this Durga with not her name, but a lot of awards which go on her name. So many of you might even recognize her because of that, and I'm going to read out these awards to you. So this Durga was awarded and honored by Bai Manus for the Facebook Live by Lokmat on the occasion of International Women's Day in 2018. She was also honored by Lokmat as the social entrepreneur in 2018. In December 2018, she was honored by Bahinabai Award for working for women's health. This award was given to her by Gurunath Foundation, Muktai Nagar, in guidance of Shri Eknath Rao Khadse sir and Rakshatai Khadse in Bhusawal. Then she also won the Tarunai Award from Janta Raja Pratishthan Pune. Then she was honored by REA Foundation Panvel. She was also invited at the TEDx Khargar and the TEDx Tarabai Park, Kolhapur. Dhasu Womania from India, top 30 awardee from 1,000 nominations. So that's really commendable. Best five from Maharashtra were selected by the Fandry Foundation. She was one of them. Guruvarya Sanman in 2021 by HETS Bangalore, honored by Oruni Foundation Chennai as a Working Woman Achiever Awards in 21. And she was selected for being the one among 50 women achievers. This was in February 21. She was also selected as the Superwoman Role Model, Superwoman Awards, Inspiring Women, and these were like the Asia Awards for the women achievers. And last, but I think so, this list will keep on going, I'm sure. She was nominated amongst the top five national women for, as a nomination for Amazing Indian Awards 2022 by the Team Times Network. And these were the prestigious awards which she has in her list. Nevertheless, I'm going to introduce you to Seema Khandale, and Seema Khandale comes from our very own Maharashtra, and she is going to today narrate her journey after a 20 years break of a homemaker, how she was able to achieve all these feathers in her hat in spite of taking care of the other regular routine which always a woman is expected to. So Seema, welcome on board of Banyan Minds, and we are really inspired by, just reading down your list of awards, and we would like to know that, I mean, what was that kind of a work and dedication you had, so that, you got these many number of accolades on your record. Over to you, Seema.
Good afternoon, and a big thank you, Mayura, for this. And this is really a great honor on the occasion of Navratri and basically the Ashtami, because it is something very special in my day to day life or something, because it's just personal, but it is too much a big recognition to come on Ashtami and join you. So, my story starts as just Mrs. Khandare, mom of two handsome sons. And with that, I was very much satisfied till 2013, you can say. And one day it was just that my bachas were missing something. Rather than mom, they wanted some other identity from my side. So it was a turning point from my bachas towards me, and this came some different shift in my life, and it started with the new journey. So, having a passion of social work, helping others, always staying besides them whenever needed, and I have a huge family of my friends and near dear ones. So, connecting with that, uh, one of my friend just suggested me, now the kids are grown up, you are having your own time. Why don't you fulfill your dream of achieving your master's degree? So Masters in Social Work from IGNU. I just stepped up, and believe me, in the first attempt, IGNU just cleared all the subjects in the first attempt. After 20 years of my marriage, it was hard for me to study, but believe me, I helped it out. And then no looking back. But even with degree, it was like only I was with a mom degree only, just being a mom. So rather than that, stepping ahead, my passion of social work, I just took it as a career point. I came up with my NGO, that is Ashay Social Work. Ashay means hope, desire. So that NGO, I just came up with a registered NGO in 2015 October. So this 7th of October, I'll be completing 7 years of my NGO, Ashay Social Group. And with the project of environment thing, I came up. So there were many NGOs who were working for senior citizen, kids, and all others. So I just thought of going with environment thing. Being a botany student, I did my BSc in botany, and I came up with no plastic bags to be used. And for that, I came up with the option of cloth bags. So that cloth bag, how I was going to make it, it was just coming up from the old cloths, old saris which we are using and just keeping in the cupboard or giving to the maid person or to the bhandawalas or whatever we say. So I just started asking those old saris for my benefit. From those old saris, from one sari we make 10 to 11 cloth bags, and these cloth bags we just give away to the society. We don't sell it, we just hand it over. Ki, I'm just giving this, you just use it and say no to the plastic bags. So it is just a simple equation. If you say no to one plastic bag in a day, in a week, it can be no to five plastic bags. In a month, it can be 20 to 25 no to one plastic bag. So that is the simple equation. So these types of bag till now it is 32,000 of the count we have distributed to the society, and it is like the reuse recycle, that concept behind it. So that when I was working on this concept since October 2015, one day in 2016, I came across an article which was saying no to sanitary pads. And believe me, always I had a guilt while throwing the sanitary pad. In a month, normally we throw away 12 to 15 or more than that. So when I just thought about this option, when I read about this option, I started searching about it. I started reading about it, and I was a class person. I had my expenses of cloth bags making. I have a team who makes cloth bags for me in Bhusawar. Those who were helping me when I was in Bhusawar before coming to Mumbai, for those women I just gave a small working thing to them. It's just a micro employment who make cloth bags for me. So that expenses I had, and I had some limitation to spend, because when I read about the menstrual cup which was showing the sustainable option against the sanitary pads, that was something clicking me. And only on Google or only on online option I was having that option. But I was not sure when I go and buy that 1,000 rupees or 1,500 rupees, when I'm going to spend behind it, what is the product I am going to receive in my hand. I was not sure about it. So I was searching for a product which I can have it in my hand, I can see it, I can feel it, and then I can think it, I'm ready to use it. So for that, I had to wait for 2 months. And in May ending, I found it nearby in Parla, Santa Cruz. And I went for it the next day. I bought it. And then since June 2016, I never looked again back to the sanitary plastic pads, because this menstrual cup is something like which is creating no trash. It is hygiene wise a best option. And whatever the feelings which have that like stain parts, the rashes part, when we are having with the sanitary pads, all this no was coming behind this. So it is like a blessings to have in my life. And just after that, when I started using this menstrual cup, I just started sharing my experience. And it was like when I started sharing my experience, telling that something is there against sanitary pads, which where you don't create any trash, which is hygienically safe, and indirectly we can say that it is economically also a good option because it's a reusable one. So what I had with me is this something like this, which is called as the menstrual cup. So this thing just gave a different turning point in my life, and different titles, as you told that designer of Rutu menstrual came behind my name. People know me as cup woman. People know me as cup queen. Few people know me as online nurse, because every time anybody is just stuck up with some queries, or while using the cup, if they have any difficulties, they just connect me on my phone on WhatsApp and video call. I just help them out. Even if I don't know that person, I still am there with I'm always there for them. So many of them know that regarding menstrual cup, any queries, I'm always there to help. So it is just sharing an experience, sharing my experience gave some what we say, they had the confidence to step up with this sustainable option. And believe me, in this journey since 2016, there are thousands and thousands of girls and women joining this menstrual cups journey with me in their with their life. So it is like when you use a menstrual cup, a big smile is there on the face of the user, because they are contributing somewhere with no pollution on the earth, hygienically safe option. Because plastic, we know, when we think about the sanitary pad, it is made up of plastic, and one sanitary pad is equivalent to four one time use and throw plastic carry bags. So when this equation is there, and when we throw it away after using, we search for another polythene. So imagine one sanitary pad equal to five one-time use and throw polythene bags. So that is somewhere in a month we just throw away 12 to 15, and in a year that count goes near about 150. So just see around us how many girls and women are there who are going into their periods. So if we multiple that count, it goes in lakhs and millions. And we just read that plastic is not going to decompose for years and years. Some say 500, some say 800, some say 1000, but we don't know that perfect duration it will be decomposed. Because when we look behind, in 1862, plastic was born. So just imagine how many years we are with plastic, and we are just saying 500 and 800, we don't know. So it is somewhere we have to stop creating this trash. And for what? Just for the safe for our next generation. What are we going to give to our next generation? So that is a simple thing, the moral of the story. So it was just the thing that I started sharing my experience, and I was working while saying no to plastic bags. It was the thing I got, that when I started using menstrual cup, it was a big no to sanitary pads. And that was a confidence with me that it is a good thing. and I have to tell it. So it is just a journey, sharing my experience. It is just a passion I converted into my work, and this passion gave me a very different identities and very different awards and recognitions. So I just believe that never to stop in our life. Just share your experience, whatever the good things you have in your life. So that is the thing. So Ashay Foundation, Ashay Social Group, where I am as a founder, is a NGO which is working for the environment since 2015. So just believe in yourself and move ahead. It is just that much of thing. While working on this, initially I had few hurdles in that, we can say, because in 2016 when I used to talk about menstrual periods or just about periods, I had to struggle, I had to explain them what exactly I am talking about periods, because it was like a shutdown thing. So she's talking about periods, what is she going to talk? Because nobody was ready to share what exactly period is, how should we manage it, and all those things. So it was just that much thing I had to struggle. I was struggling to connect with the people, like some schools, colleges, government offices, corporate offices. I used to just mail them again and again that I just wish to talk to your staff, to your teachers, to your students, and all. So initially, I had to explain to the supervisor person, to the HR person, or anybody. But when they used to listen to me, and after that, they never stopped. They used to thank me and with a big smile. So the struggle part was just initially. Now it is completely a drastic change. Now people invite me, they ask for my time, and they invite me to talk. So it is that much struggle only. So it is the thing that even a girl or a woman wish to talk about her period, wish to share her experience about her periods. But it is the only thing that somebody should start the conversation. And I just do that. I just start with my own period story, how I had my first period and all. And it's just giving a click for them that the girl or woman who is sitting in front of me, I just try to complete the conversation in her language if she understands it. And this thing is like just to start the conversation, just to share. And whatever the positive experience I had or I have in my life with the menstrual cup journey, that thing gives a confidence to the person in front of me to just step up in this journey, and it helps me. So it was not a big hurdle thing. It was just to give a push and explain them and ask them that how I'm going to connect them, how I'm going to explain them. It was just a thing. So very few challenges I had regarding this, but the blessings and the smile on the face of the users, um I have lots in that thing. So it is just the thing that never stop yourself, only that much of thing. So with the menstrual cup, what I explain the people is what all the questions they have in their mind, that what exactly is the menstrual cup, how to use it, how to choose it, and what exactly the way of the technique of using it we should try, all these things. So it is just a simple thing. When you see about this menstrual cup, always the one thing first you have to keep in mind is the selection of the material. So there are many cups now in market, but choose a cup which is properly made of silicon, because silicon is said to be a inert material which is non toxic and non allergic, and this cup can be kept inside our body for few hours. So it should be a proper material. So silicon is a must while choosing. Don't go with other any other cup which is made up of other material. Just avoid it, because it is something related to our health. So please avoid it. Second part, when I go with the silicone cup thing, while choosing it, always check a cup which is having pores on it. See, you can see over here few pores on the cup. So these pores are must, because when you wear it, a proper pressure is created, and when you release it, the pressure, the cup comes down. So while wearing it, the pressure should be controlled. So for that, you need a cup which is having proper pores. Third part, which I think personally is the stem part. Few cups you can find which are without stem also, but I believe the initial part, the beginners part, who are just giving just trial thing for the cup using, the cup should have a stem, because while wearing it inside and while removing it, the stem part is the big support. So I believe that this is the main part. First, silicone material, second, a cup with the pores, and third, the stem part. Other, your budget, how much you wish to spend on it. It is your choice. There are lots of options on online market, there are lots of options on medical, and now you can just see it. So that is your choice. And one cup can be used for years, so just spend wisely on it. And Indian market is also having a good market with menstrual cup, so just go with it properly, choose your cup properly. So this is what I tell about on the model I explained. So this is a uterus and vagina model, and this cup sits over here inside your vagina in this way. So this is the uterus part, and from here your menstrual fluid drips, and in this way it is collected inside the cup. So cup collects it, sanitary pads soaks it, and it is outside your body. So when it is outside, the air is coming in contact with the blood, menstrual fluid, and the oxidation occurs, and you get a bad odor. So that is the thing. And in cup, the menstrual fluid is directly collected. It is inside the body. No air is connecting with it and no oxidation. So whatever is collected in it, it is the pure menstrual fluid. So you don't get any bad odor or something like that. So this is the way you have the cup inside your body. Okay. So few things, few techniques are there to wear a cup. It is a soft one. We know the baby bottle's nipple, small baby which we give for the milk and all. The same thing is this, just a different shape. So few techniques are there to wear a cup inside your body. This is one fold, U fold. This is the same as the C fold. Some people wear it in this way as a triangle fold. But I have seen 85 to 90% of girls and women are comfortable with the punch down fold. So the punch down fold is in this way. Just hold the cup in this manner. Just hold it. Don't press it. Just hold it in two fingers. This is the first ring. This is the second. This is the bottom ring. And this is the stem part. So here in the second ring, just hold it. The second hand's pointer finger will be on the triangle part, third part, this way. And don't keep your finger here. Keep it below this ring and just fold it in this manner. So you get a point over here. So this point you just have to hold it, and you can see a triangle made inside. Okay. So this is the punch down fold. You can hold it in this way also or in this way also, but when you hold it in this manner and when you allow the cup to enter your vagina, it will be going in this manner. Somewhere your fingers are making some trouble to enter the cup in a straight manner. So just fold it and hold the cup parallel to the stem. Your both fingers should be parallel to the stem, and you are holding the pinch, making a pinch and holding it in this way. So it gives a straight line over here, and your cup will enter easily inside your body. And when you leave the pinch, it will open up easily. It has that much of hardness, you say, so it will open up. If you go with a soft cup, much more soft cup, sometimes it has trouble to open, so you will be getting leakage. Because if you have some fold inside the cup while wearing it in this manner, so whatever the menstrual fluid coming down from this part, it will just come down, and you will have a leakage. The cup should open completely in a round manner, so it will sit properly, and no leakage will be there, no stains, no chipchipahat, no wetness feeling and all. So you'll get a different energy when you are just relaxed, very due to the botheration of staining and all, and that really gives a very positive energy, very different energy to work upon. Otherwise, in the periods when you are with the pads, you always worried about the stains, worried about the clothes, you don't go with the bright clothes. But when you are with a cup, you can wear all the bright colors, you can swim, you can run, you can dance, rain dance, whatever the things were stopping while using the sanitary pads, your cup doesn't allow you to stop. It just gives all the freedom with whatever was stopping you. So it is just a simple thing. I'll just show you again, because this is the main part while using the cup. When you have a triangle fold over here, just both fingers should be parallel to the stem. Hold the triangle. This is the punch down fold. Enter through the vagina, and completely the cup will go inside, and it will sit in this manner. This is the proper way to wear the cup. Okay, so in this way you will be wearing it. Don't allow the cup to just sit over here somewhere in middle part, and you'll just feel that okay, for me this, if this part is outside, it will be easy for me to remove. Don't do that. This will be giving some pressure in the narrow part of your vagina, because here it's broad and here it's narrow. So here if you just wear the cup, some pressure will be there and you'll be having some minor pain. And believe me that this is 5 to 7 inches with every individual, and this cups comes near about 2.5 or 3 inches maximum. So it has that much of space, it sits properly over here, and it collects the blood. So while wearing, as I showed you, just go with the punch down fold, wear it completely inside and forget it. While removing, just locate the stem with your finger. Allow the two fingers as you were wearing it. Here you will find few lines. These lines will help you to have a grip on it, and it will just help to hold it properly. And when you hold it properly, the air from the cup will come out through these pores, and it will release the pressure and the cup will slide down. So this is so easy to wear and remove. Just few technical parts and just finished. When the cup you remove, it is fill like this much or this much, it depends on your periods, because normally in the 4 to 5 day cycle it is 50 to 60 ml of the menstrual fluid is coming out. So this cup is normally 20 to 22 ml capacity holder, and in the heavy flow, that is 1.5 day or 2 days you have in the 4 to 5 days, so in that time, as you were changing your pad after 2 to 3 hours or 3 to 4 hours, the same duration you have to keep, you have to go, you have to remove the cup, check it out. If it is that much only, you can wait for an hour after that. So cup will tell you how much time you have to wear it. In 2 to 3 cycles, you will be very friendly with the cup. So don't worry how much time I'll be wearing it. It is the similar as you were just going and changing your pads. That much time you just go and check with the cup. If somebody is having a fibroid issue, or somebody is having a very excessive flow of in the menstrual time, if the cup is full, what will happen? How will the cup tell you? The pores which are here, the flow will come, the menstrual fluid will come out from this. Okay, so you will get a bubble like sensation, and that is the indicator for you to just go and clean your cup. But it is not that as soon as you get a bubble like sensation, you just have to leave whatever you have in your hand and run in washroom. It gives you time, because it is a very minute one. and it has that much of time. So don't worry, it will give you some time, it will give you the indicator. You just have to go and clean it while traveling. If you think that while traveling it is not convenient to use a cup, but believe me, while traveling it is the best option, because nowadays we have lots of food malls or lots of washrooms are available. And if you think that the water you are not sure about, so just carry a small bottle of water with you. And cup is a water saver too, so it takes hardly a glass of water to clean it. Just pour some water, throw out it, and just clean it and again wear it. So even water saver is the best point of use cup users. So it is a very easy process. As you were worried about where to throw your used sanitary pad, with cup you don't have to worry about this. You just have to wear it, clean it, and just move on. So all these good things come behind this. And the experience with the cup, the comfort with the cup doesn't allow you to keep quiet. All my 5,000 plus users only with Rutu cup, and there are thousands of others with other manufacturing companies or other branded cups. So they are all the best volunteers to tell how cup is good. I don't need anybody to be with me behind and just I have to take a session and I need my team. It is not that thing. My experience is enough. When somebody is listening to me, her experience is enough to join 10 people's minimum. 10, 15 people's directly come and join her, because she doesn't keep quiet. Cup doesn't allow her to keep mum. It will be like sharing our experience and allowing or telling others to just give a try with this thing. So it is so simple and so good. At what age you have to try is after 16, 15, anybody can give a try. But with the girls, we just check if her mom is there, if a big sister is there, or if somebody is there to guide her. So only that thing minds. Otherwise, any girl or any woman who is having her periods can give a try to come. So it is just that simple. So don't worry about the age, don't worry anything about that. And about size, if you think, because lots of videos on Google and all, they give us different sizes, that this size is for 16 to 20, or this is from 20 to 25, then the large one is for a mom who is having her kids and all like that. But I believe that cup is a cup, a standard size cup, because we have flexible vagina. A baby comes through it, and after that it goes to its normal position. And this cup is a very small one, so don't worry. One of a doctor who helps us, she always gives an example of a coconut. A baby, a coconut head baby can come out through this. So why are you worried about a cup which is just like a lemon? So she always gives this example. And vagina is a God gifted flexible one, so don't worry. And silicone is a soft material, so it doesn't hurt or it doesn't make your vagina what we say a broad one or nothing like that. It is not that. It is just for few hours you are wearing it, removing it, and wearing it again for few days. So don't worry about all these myths and all these questions you have in your mind. So it is that simple. So if you have one option as a menstrual cup, you should have a second part also, part B also, part B option also you should have. So for the girls who have just started their periods, who are just coming up with their menstrual cycles, so they are scared with the periods, looking at the blood they are very scared. So as our older ones, as our nani dadis were using cloth, because I grew up with using cloth for lots of years. So that cloth nowadays comes in a just a designer shape. So in this way you can get cloth pads also. So for the girls who are just coming up with the menstrual cycle journey, for them we suggest cloth pads. So it is a reusable one. We just have to wash it properly, and it is not a big task. Daily we wash our clothes, we dry it properly and wear it. Daily we do it, right? The same concept is with the cloth pad. Padman said ganda kapda na istemal karo. He didn't say that kapda is ganda. If you wash it properly, if you go with the proper step by step cleaning of it, it is very easy. So this is the second option, part B. So this, it has touch buttons over here. This part is worn on the upper side, and these touch buttons are used for tucking on the panty. So in this way, you will be wearing the pad on your panty. So the blood collects over here. After 3 to 4 hours, or if the girl is going in the school, so in the middle recess, if she wish to change it, she can. And the blood part over here, she can just fold it in this manner, just tuck the buttons and make a proper potli, and just keep it with the ziplock plastic bag which we use for the mobiles and all while the rain is there. So this potli we can make, and we can keep this in a polythene or a paper bag, and you can keep it in a bag. After that, when you have to wash it, you just have to soak this used pad in a cold water bucket, a small bucket. Soak it for 15-20 minutes. All the blood collected in this part will just drain out. After that, you can put some soap, detergent, whatever you are comfortable with mild brushing, or just holding it in this way and rubbing it, it is cleaned. After that, you can use hot water or Dettol water, anything. But initially you have to soak it in cold water, because cold water allows the stain to be removed. Blood stains are removed easily with cold water. With hot water, the stains will be hardened. So all the staining part will be seen if you directly use the hot water. So it is very easy. The used cloth pad, soak it for 15-20 minutes, and just leave it. Just wash it with mild soap, detergent, or whatever you are comfortable with. But the last part you have to check is dry it properly. Dry it in proper sunlight if you have, or dry it in proper air, and then use it. So if you have a set of 4 to 5 cloth pads, it is comfortable. And this set will be used for near about 3 to 4 or 5 years also, if you use it properly. So even this reusable option is economically beneficial option, because one set can be used for so many years. So, and after that, if you think what to do with the torn cloth pad or that, you just tear it out. You can decompose, because cloth will be decomposed easily, or you can burn it and the ash will be giving a fertilizer to our earth. So it is not creating any trash, it is not giving any problem to our mother earth, because we know we only have a single mother earth which is completely completing all our basic needs. So we have to protect it, and it is our responsibility to give something good to our next generation. So just go with reusable things, go with hygienical great options, go with something which is not creating any pollution. So all these things, when it is coming with the menstrual cup and cloth pad, I'm always there to talk about it, because I share my experience. And when you share your own experience, it is the best thing to share. And the person who is in front of you has a faith on that. So that is the must part. So it is just a sharing. This is my journey. And what to say again? Yeah, if somebody asks me that what are you going to tell the women's, or the uh, what are you going to tell, so I always tell that just think about our next generation. Go with sustainable options which are good for us, which are good for our mother earth. Give something back which will be not creating any trash, which is not hurting you according to your health or anything. And just try to spread a smile, because the comfort with the sustainable option I have seen always creates a smile on the user. So anything
Uh,
regarded to yeah,
Yeah,
please.
Seema. So I mean, really a wonderful demo session you have given to us, and I think so, viewers. This is a demo session which you can actually share with any woman in the strata. So there is no A class, B class, or C class, but this is a product, or this is a comfort, I will say, which actually Seema explained you in such simple words. She also showed you pictorially, that how it can be done and how easy things are. One more thing which I would like to mention over here is that, Seema, that when we talked about challenges, so Seema very nicely and honestly said that there were not lot of challenges. Generally, we find that when people are into social work and when people are into social initiatives, they first want to make a very big, loud noise about the challenges they had, and the hurdles they had, and then it makes the other person feel that, oh god, I mean, if I'm supposed to do this, or if I'm going to get into this, then this is the list of hurdles which I have to go through. So that's a very positive attitude which Seema has, and uh, she is definitely going to pass this positive attitude to every woman who wants to do something in life, who wants to definitely pass on some kind of awareness message to others. Seema, we would like to know that you work a lot for the tribal population, and
Yeah.
working for any woman from that kind of a strata, where education is minimalistic, where the woman is totally dependent upon the bread earner of the family. So I will not use the word challenges, but we wanted to understand that how does your work float in that strata of the society.
Okay. So uh, I just share and I just try to explain it in the language which she can understand. So it is like visually challenged person also I worked it. So I just hold her finger, and on the model I just tell her that this is the part, the cup will sit here and in this way. So visually challenged person, the person who is she doesn't understand a word in the book or something, she doesn't know to read, but she knows that she is menstruating, she has to use it. So the technical part I explain her in her language which she can understand. So in the rural part or wherever I go, so I just try to explain them in their language which they can understand. Since 2017, I started a December giving campaign. So my first campaign was in Jaipur, and it was with the street women's who just sell few balloons and all over there at the signal part. So Indian Women blog invited me over there. We just did a campaign, and believe me, 49 women's we converted in a day. A girl who can't read a book, she doesn't know anything about the society. So she's just there with her elder ones over there, but they shifted on the cup. And after 2 months, when they came back for the feedback, they had a list with them. My Bahu is here, my Bhanji is here, and we are using it, and it is good. So just give it to her also. It was that thing. So it is just to make them understand what exactly the product is, how to use it. And I believe in working with the rural part mostly, because the corporate or the what we say, the people who are known, who know, who have the internet option, who have on the online option, they can read, they can learn about it. But the women's in the villages and all, they don't have that much of options to open up and to know more about the world. So I just make a target, I just choose a group. For example, last December was my 5th December giving campaign. So last year I just adopted a village from Solapur. It's a Ghatne village from Mohor Taluka. And one more good thing about that village is the Sarpanch is the youngest Sarpanch in Maharashtra, Ruturaj Deshmukh. So connecting with him, and he was like, yeah, we can do. I just asked him that if I try to convert all the women's in your village by using cloth pad completely. So he said, wow, this is the good thing. My village will be a clean village. My village will be a sanitary pad village, when he understood the concept. And the whole December I asked for the donation, so people who know me, they really give me the donation. And I was with a target of 1500 women are there, not only that village but around they have few padas or vadas. So all those the Anganwadi sevikas are helping me in that. So the count was near about 1500, and I was with a target of 3 pads per user. But the donation which I got till the December end, I gave 5 pads to per user. So that we did on the 26th of Jan. And I was supposed to travel tomorrow actually, but due to some reason, yeah, very soon we are going to declare it as the first village in Maharashtra who is completely comfortable with the cloth pad and not creating any sanitary pads trash. So I'm also eagerly waiting for it. So this is the way I help the users or the women's and girls. And the second most important part I just forgot to mention is, uh, every time cloth pad is not that much easily available, or it is a bit expensive. 100 rupees minimum one cloth pad. If you think even 4 to 5, it takes 500 rupees normally. So in a house, if a mom is there, if a bahu is there, if a daughter is there, so 3 to 4 person are normally there who are menstruating, who are going through the period cycle. So always these expenses are not that worth to spend. So they just I just explain them how to make our own cloth pad. So I take online workshops. If somebody is comfortable to reach me, with me over here at my place and learn, always welcome. Or people arrange workshops for me. For them, I travel over there. I teach them how to make our own cloth pad with old bed sheets, old t-shirts, whatever the thing we have. But I explain them properly how to make it for us and just use it. So you are not going to spend money. You know the technique how to stitch it for us, and just give a try and use something reusable one from the source material what you have with you in your house. So that is the way I explain. So near about 50,000 of the women's and all I have teached how to make our own cloth pads till now. So that is one thing people connect with me to learn. We teach to the students in the schools, colleges, and all. And few of them I have seen they give a workshop thing. This they completely tell the students to make it for their own. They show it. So NSS projects and all, they just carry this project with their NSS team and all. So I have seen even boys are like so eager to learn. In Bhavans, I had in 2020, Jan 2020, this workshop, and the first person who made 5 cloth pad the same evening was a boy, Ratnesh Mane. And he made 5 cloth pads and he just holded it and he showed me. In the evening, he posted a picture on WhatsApp and he was showing it. I said, Ratnesh, why white? And all the 5 cloth pads were in completely pure white. I said, why white? He said, I have seen the sanitary pads in completely white. I never saw a sanitary pad because that is the impact of television and social media. He had always seen sanitary pads in white color. So he made those cloth pads in completely white cloth. So he was like, And I asked him, why did you make it? So he said, I want my girlfriend, my sister, and my mom to be shifted to this. So that is why, as soon as I came home, I made it for them. And I was so happy that this caring just is in the different way we can say caring is loving. So when you tell men or boys what exactly you are going through and what all the things you are suffering, like pain, cramps, or anything, so it is just a sharing thing. If you share it in a proper manner, I believe that the person who is in front of you will share the caring factor with you. So just explain them, share it, share your experience, and be comfortable.
So, Seema, I would like you now finally to tell many women over here, or rather, like you gave example of Mr. Mane. So, there would be some men also who would like to contribute for this cause in some other way. There are a lot of efforts which go when you have to do these kind of awareness sessions. So, I would like you to advise or give some kind of guidance if people want to join this kind of a social work, which is about the health awareness of women, and how they can pursue this, in spite of not having a education background, how they can contribute for this cause.
So when you talking about men, they can connect me with the groups. Like for example, if a man is in the office, corporate office, and if he wish to manage a session over there, so he can connect with me, he can arrange over there, he can call me, he can invite me, and in this way men can help or connect with me also. So it is a simple thing. Wherever he has, even in a family, if a man is thinking about his family, his wife, his hubby, his ma, or whoever the women are connected around him, he can connect with me, he can think for them, and in this way we can just proceed. It is just a simple thing.
While you connect with this gram panchayat and this rural kind of context, there are some places where obviously you get a very positive response, but just any example where it was a negative response, and then you took up the same thing and converted it into a positive response, is what we would finally like to hear from you.
So, while searching, I just search where I don't have to listen. No. Okay. So as I shared the example of Ruturaj, I know that I have read about him initially, and he is a person who is enthusiastic to do good thing for his village. So I just gave a try, and he said a big yes. So I just try to check first that some positivity is there. I don't waste my energy with the negative part.
Okay. So, why we wanted to know that, because we know we stay in a country like India where, and especially when such things are a little taboo in the rural part. And why in the rural part? I mean, even in the
Even in
metros,
here.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
Even in cities, there is like a lot of taboo now, even to talk about this. So, so we thought that when there is a reply which says that okay, we can't talk about this openly, or we cannot do this openly. So then that becomes a hurdle for us to
It's 5 o'clock.
promote it over there, or generate that awareness over there. So that is a viewpoint, but yeah, I liked your strategy that wherever, after doing a certain homework, on the geographies, on the personas, where the
Right.
personalities where you are going to go and try it out,
Hmm.
it is always better to do that kind of homework. I mean, that's a very corporate style, and I really like that, because this I would like to tell all the viewers that see, Seema is into a social work environment, she is into a NGO environment, but these little bit of learnings, this little bit of modifications of working in a modern style, of doing your homeworks, before entering into any geography. And as she perfectly mentioned, that there is no need to waste your energy where you know that certain things are going to take some more time, for conversion. And that what we typically call in a corporate language is that where that you spending a time on the conversion of a customer, is equivalent to the resources which are put in by the company. So that's a fantastic thing. And I really like the way she looks at this whole thing in a very professional as well as a very emotional manner, where she said that why males are coming forward to do this, because the men who are really caring and loving, will always focus on these small things. Like, yesterday also we had a perfect session of puberty to menopause, the different stages in a woman's life, which Dr. Rameshwari was explaining. And there also we spoke about this same thing, that if a man decides to support a woman, it is not only about that emotional and financial support, but it is this special support which is required in her special conditions, you know so
Right.
like women say that, during pregnancy you have a lot of cravings, and then the food is given to you in that format. Similarly, these 4 days in every month are so critical for every woman. She can be again from any background, any strata. So during at least these 4 days or 5 days, she doesn't require a very, very special treatment, okay? But yes,
Right.
she needs that special attention. And if she is introduced to these kind of products, if she's given a different kind of a comfort zone, then things can really be different. So Seema,
I can
thank you so
I can
much.
I can just add one line. As you
Yes.
said, on the Valentine's time, many boys come forward and they just WhatsApp me and they say, I want to give a cup to my girlfriend. So it's the best
Oh,
Valentine gift. On the Rakhi time, many brothers connect with me and they ask me. So while working on this, when I had seen the online product, while connecting to the rurals, I was like, I don't have something the rural person can connect directly with the product. Only online market was open for them. So I just tried to design a cup, and somebody helped me with the silicon material, and the person is working in silicon from last many years, so he helped me, and I just designed a Rutu cup. So being a Marathi person, a menstrual cup is like a tongue twister. So many can't pronounce it properly. So I gave it a Marathi name Rutu, because this is a season, monthly season we go through the period. So I gave it a Marathi name, and designer of Rutu cup title came behind me. So when I am with my product, I just tell people to connect with me. They WhatsApp me the address and I courier it. The best part I have got through this is I am an individual who is directly connected with them. When you go for the online product, the product comes with you, the door is shut, you're not connected with anyone in person. Here with my product, I'm directly connected, and when you receive the product, I'm directly connected with the WhatsApp video call or WhatsApp call. I explain them the technique if they are going wrong somewhere, if they are having any problem. So it is that thing. The user is comfortable with that product till her comfort. So anything which is troubling her, she directly connects with me. So that is the best part. And what the boys and girls, boys are connecting is they want to give a surprise, what we say, surprise gift to the girls or sisters or connected person, female person in their life. So men can connect with various types with me and just spread this awareness and help.
Yeah, I mean, this is extremely innovative and matured way of gifting your girlfriend or gifting your
Right,
mom, gifting your wife, sister, or even the housemaids who come to your place.
right,
They are like the best source of connecting with many other women. So I
right.
feel it's really wonderful, even to think about it as a gift, because what better gift than this,
Yeah, I
because
normally explain that buy one and gift
Even in
other to your domestic
your
helper.
domestic.
true, and I completely agree with this because I mean, why not? I mean, if a woman can give you such big gifts in life,
Oh,
she's giving birth to a life, and the system which is responsible for her, giving birth to a new life has to remain hygienic, has to remain intact, it has to be safe. And so, why not from the initial days, gift her with something which she can take care for lifelong. So,
right.
thank you so much, Seema, for removing some time out of your busy schedule, because you travel a lot for this purpose, and it's really a wonderful purpose which you have in life, and I'm sure many other Durgas will get inspired after seeing this, because it was a knowledgeable session, as well as it was a very very impactful and insightful session, wherein people who are trying to do something for the society have a very big subject now to looked upon, because it converts both the things. I mean, it like, because you are following a certain habit, you are also protecting the environment, and today protecting the environment, conserving the environment has become so critical. We all know about it.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So,
thank
Seema,
you.
we wish you good luck,
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
we wish you many more such awards, because yes, the feather in the hat is always important, because that keeps self motivation also
True.
on.
True.
So, wishing you a very Shubha Navratri, and wishing you good luck throughout the journey.
Thank you.